Back again with David Gogo. Wow, what great music. You make Santa sound kind of sneaky, suspicious, lecherous, I don't know.
He's a little naughty, yeah. Bad Santa.
Bad Santa for sure. Just let's talk about Christmas, period. Christmas of the blues, we've been talking a little about that. You live on a Christmas tree farm, you're telling me?
I live on a Christmas tree farm, yeah, up on Gogo Mountain that we've occupied just outside of Nanaimo since 1897.
How cool.
Yeah, so it's a really neat thing. It's something that, you know, we used to cut trees down and bring them into town, sell them on a lot. Then my dad heard about these U-cut tree farms down in Washington and Oregon and checked it out. So we've been doing it for a long time now, and it's become a real tradition for people in Nanaimo and around the area to come on up, pick your tree, and I'll even be working the front gate on the two, if you're lucky.
In between touring.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so cool. And speaking of history, you've also got a big love of coal mining history on Vancouver Island. I know that, David, and belong to a group called Friends of Morden Mine. What's the main objective there?
The big thing is, because on my father's side of the family, both his grandfathers came over to work in the mines on Vancouver Island. And the Friends of Morden Mine, what we're trying to do is, there's a provincial park, the Morden Colliery Park. It's the last remaining head frame and tipple. There's only one of, it's one of two in North America. And it's the only thing really tangible from the coal mining days in Vancouver Island, something you can just go and look and see this huge concrete structure. And it's beginning to erode, it's beginning to crumble. So we're trying to raise enough funds just to stabilize it for now, and then hopefully eventually have kind of a learning center and interpretive center around that. So it's just it's a bit of a passion of mine, being born and raised on the island. So I think it's really important. We've had a real difficult time getting enough funds, and I just hope we can save the structure before it crumbles.
Super. Well, thanks for telling us about it. Now, you were born in Nanaimo.
Oui.
You have been doing so much music and performance, but now into working with the Discovery Channel. What's going on there?
Yeah. We managed to get a song that I co-wrote with a guy named Wickham Porteous, and it's going to be the theme song for a television show on the Discovery Channel called Dangerous Flights. And it's interesting, I read a quote from Tom Petty once, where he said, "The blues is music that everyone loves but nobody buys." And people say, with blues, you have a high floor but a low ceiling. There's always going to be a blues bar in every town, but you don't ever play the hockey rinks or hit the big fame. But when you listen to ads on TV, ads on the radio, you hear blues all the time.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing. So I'm glad that I got to get in on that action. So hopefully it's not the last. I have done music in the past for some TV shows and had the odd little snippet in films, but that's something that can really help the year go by fiscally a little bit better if you land a couple of those spots.
Yeah, for sure. And it's blues music that is not just on a beer commercial. It's flight, which is really quite interesting.
I find it a little ironic that with the amount of time I spend on airplanes that I would endorse a show about dangerous flights, but it's cool. We just saw the trailer, and it's interesting too. It's kind of cool to see them do the whole thing and hear your music in the background. So
absolutely. Well, speaking of buying music, this is key. David, this is your latest CD, Come On Down. And what's going on with people in music? I mean, a lot of musicians are upset because there's too much downloading happening. CDs are still available. CDs are still around. How do we purchase your CDs?
Well, you can always purchase them at one of my shows and hopefully at your favorite record store. But if you can't do that, if you're living somewhere where you can't find it, you can always get my music on iTunes. You can order the physical CD from Amazon, or you can go to davidgogo.com.
Okay, well that's simple. davidgogo.com.
Yeah.
That's nothing simpler than that. And you're playing this gorgeous Crofton Hotel. It's been here for a long time, went under renovation recently, and you love this room, right?
It's a really cool room. We played here last year for New Year's Eve, and it was so much fun that about 6 months ago I sent an email to the owner and said, can we do that again?
Yeah.
And it is. It's a great room with great sight lines, great sound, big stage for us, and they got really good food and everything. So it's a perfect night for New Year's. I'll start off the evening playing an acoustic set while people finish their dinners, and then the band will come up and we'll rock you into the new year.
Perfect. And last year I heard there were people even coming up via marine vessel from places as far away as San Diego. Wow. Yeah,
people were coming up. It was great. People from Washington State and some other. There was a couple of women that had flown in from somewhere. I thought, what is it? If I could get another crowd like this, like 100 times a year, if I could have a crowd like that, I'd be set. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's super. And meanwhile, we'll see you touring a lot. You don't seem to ever slow down on your touring schedule.
No, that's just something you have to do. You know, even the Rolling Stones still have to go out and tour. So, yeah, if people join my Facebook page, I'm updating that every day. And, you know, you can follow me on Twitter. You can even download for free the David Gogo app for smartphone, believe it or not.
I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, so people can check it out on Facebook or my website, and we'll be announcing 2014 dates very soon.
Awesome. Thanks so much, David. A great pleasure to meet you and spend some time here.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break on the program, and you won't believe what we found. When we come back from the break, Jen took a walk on the beach earlier this fall and found something quite extraordinary. Thanks a lot for joining us on Go Island, Cowichan Valley from the Crofton Hotel. Now, next week we won't be here, or the week after, but you'll be able to snuggle up to the Shaw Fire Lodge, and we really hope you enjoy that. Have a very Merry Christmas and a really wonderful festive season, and we'll see you next year.
Go Island is brought to you by German Auto Import Network. Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir. Casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.